A powerful blizzard has swept through communities, turning busy streets into frozen silence and leaving thousands struggling to stay safe. Stay with us as we break down this blizzard situation step by step. Many people see the snow and the wind, but very few understand how this powerful blizzard was born. Right now, I'm going to clearly explain how this storm formed from the very beginning, why it became so dangerous, and how long its impact could last across the United States.
This blizzard did not appear suddenly. It began many days ago, far away from the cities now covered in snow. To understand how it formed, we need to look at how cold air and warm air move around the Earth. A blizzard begins when very cold air from the north moves down from areas near the Arctic. This air is extremely cold and very dry. At the same time, warmer air filled with moisture rises from the south, often coming from the Gulf of Mexico or the Atlantic Ocean. When these two air masses meet, something powerful happens. Cold air is heavy, so it pushes under the warm air. The warm air is forced to rise high into the sky. As the warm air rises, it cools down quickly. When warm, moist air cools, the water vapour inside it turns into tiny ice crystals. Those ice crystals join together and form snowflakes. If the system is strong enough, this process happens very fast and over a very large area. That is how heavy snowfall begins. But snow alone does not create a blizzard. For a storm to be called a blizzard, there must also be strong winds. These winds usually form because of a deep low-pressure system. A low-pressure system is an area where air pressure at the surface is lower than the surrounding air. Air always moves from high pressure to low pressure. When the pressure difference is large, the air moves very fast, creating strong winds. In this case, the storm strengthened over the ocean before moving inland. When a winter storm rapidly grows stronger, meteorologists sometimes call it bombogenesis. This means the air pressure in the centre of the storm drops very quickly within 24 hours. When that happens, winds increase dramatically. These winds can reach 60 to 75 miles per hour or more. Strong winds blow falling snow around, making it almost impossible to see. That is when normal snowfall becomes a blizzard. Another important factor is temperature. For snow to fall instead of rain, the air near the ground must be below freezing, which is 32 degrees Fahrenheit or 0 degrees Celsius. In this situation, temperatures across much of the affected region are far below freezing. This allows snow to pile up quickly and stay on the ground. In some areas, snow may fall at a rate of 2 to 4 inches per hour. Over many hours, this creates feet of snow. The shape of the land also plays a role. Coastal areas and regions near mountains often receive heavier snow because moist air rises more easily there. When air rises, it cools faster, which increases snowfall. Cities in the northeastern United States are especially vulnerable because they're close to the Atlantic Ocean, which provides moisture, and they are also in the common path of winter storm tracks. Now let us talk about how long this blizzard can affect people. The most intense snowfall usually lasts between 12 and 24 hours in one location. However, the storm system itself can affect a wide region for 2 to 3 days as it moves from one state to another. Even after the snow stops falling, the impact continues. Snow removal can take several days. Roads must be cleared, airports must remove ice and snow from runways, and power lines must be repaired. If heavy snow and ice weigh down tree branches, they can snap and fall onto power lines, causing blackouts. Restoring electricity in freezing conditions can take time, especially if winds are still strong. There is also the danger of extreme cold that follows the storm. After the main system moves away, cold Arctic air often remains. This can keep temperatures dangerously low for several days. Wind chill, which is how cold it feels when wind is added to low temperatures, can make conditions even more dangerous. Frostbite can happen in minutes when temperatures and wind chills are very low. In addition, melting snow can create new risks. When temperatures slowly rise, snow begins to melt during the day and refreeze at night. This creates ice on roads and sidewalks, leading to accidents. In some cases, rapid melting combined with rain can cause flooding in low-lying areas. The total impact of a blizzard like this can last from a few days to more than a week, depending on how severe it is. Economic losses can continue even longer because businesses may close, flights may be delayed for days, and supply chains may be disrupted. In simple terms, this blizzard was created by very cold air meeting warm, wet air, combined with a powerful low-pressure system that produced strong winds. Its heaviest snow may only last a day, but its effects on travel, power, safety, and daily life can continue for many days after the skies clear. This is why officials ask people to stay indoors, prepare emergency supplies, and follow trusted weather guidance. A blizzard is not just about snow falling. It is a powerful system of air, temperature, and pressure working together. When all these elements combine at full strength, the result is what we are witnessing now, a serious and dangerous winter event that demands caution, preparation, and awareness from everyone in its path.
Here at the Orbit Updates, we bring you clear, true, and carefully verified information. No confusion, no exaggeration, just the facts explained in simple words so everyone can understand.
Right now, beyond the snow that people can see, there are serious dangers that many do not fully understand. A blizzard is not only about cold air and white streets. It creates life-threatening risks for ordinary families inside their homes and outside on the roads. One of the biggest dangers is frostbite and hypothermia. Frostbite happens when skin and body tissue freeze. It can affect fingers, toes, ears, and the nose. It can happen faster than most people think, sometimes in just minutes when the wind is very strong. Hypothermia is even more dangerous. It happens when the body loses heat faster than it can produce it. When a person's body temperature drops too low, the heart, brain, and other organs cannot work properly. A person may feel confused, very tired, or begin to shiver uncontrollably. In severe cases, hypothermia can lead to death. Another hidden danger inside homes is carbon monoxide poisoning. When the power goes out, some people use gas stoves, charcoal grills, or generators inside the house to stay warm. Carbon monoxide is a gas you cannot see or smell. It can fill a room quietly. Breathing it can make a person dizzy, weak, or unconscious. Every winter, people lose their lives this way during major storms. On the roads, whiteout conditions make driving extremely risky. Whiteout means the wind blows snow so heavily that drivers cannot see the road, signs, or even other cars. Vehicles can slide on ice, crash into each other, or become stuck. Rescue teams often struggle to reach stranded drivers because the roads themselves are blocked. As these dangers increase, hospitals and emergency services face intense pressure. During a major blizzard, ambulances may not be able to move quickly through deep snow. Fire trucks and police vehicles can also be delayed. When minutes matter, those delays can mean the difference between life and death. Emergency rooms begin to fill with people suffering from falls on ice, car accidents, heart problems triggered by cold stress, and breathing problems made worse by freezing air. Elderly people and those with chronic illnesses are especially vulnerable. Patients who depend on oxygen machines or dialysis face serious risks if transportation is disrupted. In some cases, hospitals must operate with limited staff because nurses and doctors cannot safely travel to work. This creates strain on those already on duty, forcing longer shifts and difficult decisions about priorities. Beyond the hospital walls, supply chains begin to break down. Trucks carrying food, fuel, and medicine often rely on highways that may be closed. When snow blocks major routes, deliveries slow or stop completely. Grocery stores can quickly run low on fresh food, milk, bread, and bottled water. Fuel stations may struggle to receive new shipments of gasoline or heating oil. Pharmacies may not receive critical medications on time. For families living paycheck to paycheck, even a few days of shortage can cause panic. Shelves that look empty increase fear, and fear can lead to hoarding, making the shortage worse. In very cold weather, delays in heating fuel deliveries can leave homes dangerously cold. Businesses that depend on daily shipments may shut down, adding economic pressure to the physical danger. While cities receive much attention during major storms, rural communities often face even greater hardship. In large cities, snowplows, emergency crews, and utility repair teams are usually more available. In rural areas, homes may be spread far apart along narrow roads that take longer to clear. A single fallen tree can block the only road into a small community. If power lines fall in remote regions, repair crews may need many hours or even days to reach them. Some rural residents rely on wells powered by electricity for water. When the power fails, water access stops. Elderly individuals living alone in isolated areas may have no immediate help nearby. Cell phone signals may weaken, and internet service can fail. This isolation increases vulnerability and slows recovery. Beyond the physical damage and service disruptions, there is also the mental and emotional weight of a blizzard. Being confined indoors for long periods can create anxiety and stress. Parents worry about keeping their children warm and safe. Workers worry about lost income. Individuals living alone may feel deep loneliness during long nights without power or light. The constant sound of wind and the uncertainty about when conditions will improve can raise fear levels. For those who have experienced past disasters, severe weather can trigger traumatic memories. Mental health professionals often note that natural disasters leave invisible scars that last longer than the snow on the ground. As the storm continues, these issues connect with one another. A power outage increases the risk of hypothermia. Road closures delay hospital access. Supply shortages raise stress and fear. Rural isolation slows assistance. Emotional strain grows as each challenge builds on the next. A blizzard is not a single event. It is a chain reaction affecting safety, healthcare, resources, geography, and mental well-being all at once. This is why authorities urge preparation before the storm arrives. Emergency kits, safe heating practices, full fuel tanks, stocked medicine supplies, and regular communication with neighbours can reduce risk. Community cooperation also becomes essential. Checking on elderly neighbours, sharing information responsibly, and following official guidance can save lives. In simple terms, the danger of this blizzard goes far beyond falling snow. It tests the strength of emergency systems, the stability of supply lines, the resilience of rural communities, and the emotional endurance of families. Understanding these deeper impacts allows viewers to see the full picture. The storm may move on in a few days, but the consequences for health, infrastructure, and mental stability can continue long after the skies clear.
Here's how it started, who it has affected, and what could happen next.
In many big cities like New York City, Boston, and Philadelphia, the snow has already piled up very fast. In some places, more than 2 feet, about 60 centimetres, of snow has fallen or is expected. The snow falls so fast that it can be 2 to 4 inches, 5 to 10 centimetres, in just 1 hour when the storm is at its worst. Some places have gusts up to 60 to 75 miles per hour, about 100 to 120 kilometres per hour. These winds push the snow into big piles on roads and sidewalks. In some places, snow piles are several feet high, blocking roads and driveways. Because of this dangerous weather, many state leaders have declared emergencies. That means they are telling people to stay inside and not go out unless they really need to. In New York City, for example, officials issued a travel ban for people who do not have to go out, and many schools are closed. The blizzard has also caused a huge travel mess. Thousands of flights have been cancelled. Airports like JFK, LaGuardia, Newark, and Boston Logan shut down many flights or slowed their operations because snow and wind make flying unsafe. Roads and trains are also stopped in many places. Another serious issue is the power outages. Very heavy snow and high winds are knocking down power lines. More than 500,000 homes and businesses are currently without electricity in several states. This means people might be cold inside their houses without heat, and they may not be able to cook or use lights. Meteorologists, weather experts, say the storm is historic, meaning it is one of the biggest snowstorms in years for this area.
As this powerful blizzard continues to test communities across the United States, we will remain here to bring you clear, verified, and responsible updates you can trust. If you value calm facts explained in simple words, please subscribe to the Orbit Updates, like this report to help others see it. Share it so more families can stay informed, and comment below to tell us how the situation is affecting your area. Stay safe, stay prepared, and stay with us.